Each time these children were invited to your home or asked to come to your home, were you getting excited at the prospect of touching them? Court is calling 2020 CR 3796, State of Texas versus Robert Chevalier. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Brittany Mitchell for the state.
Defense?
Jennifer Zarka for Mr. Chevalier.
And are you Mr. Chevalier? All right, you entered a plea to aggravated on October 20, 2022. You entered a plea of no contest. According to the plea bargain agreement, you all need to whisper in the box. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is asking that your punishment be assessed at a cap of 15 years. The state is silent on your application. And of course, there's no contact with the complainants in Chapter 62.
Let that sink in. A man entrusted with the care of children, using that trust as a weapon. And now the question hangs in the air. How many more predators have worn the mask of leadership? Sound off in the comments. Has an organization ever failed your trust?
Registration. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
And before you say it, the court would have to swear you in.
All right, can you raise your right hand?
Before we jump into the courtroom, here's a heads up. This isn't Law and Order. This is raw, disturbing, and real. We're peeling back the layers of legal strategy, courtroom emotion, and the human cost. All in real time.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Robert Chevalier.
Okay. What would you like to say to the court?
I believe that I can complete I will complete every aspect of probation if granted. I'm at your mercy. And I just pray that you give me grace and that we have this opportunity to read.
Quick legal breakdown. That no contact clause? Standard in these cases, but crucial. It means the defendant can't speak, write, text, DM, or get within any distance of the victims or their families, ever. Violating that? Straight back to prison.
Redirect my past.
Okay. All right, I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
How old were the complainants in this case?
He was a year older than my son, and I think he was like 14 and 15.
The other?
7 or 8.
All right. So with regards to the 7 or 8-year-old, I've read the PSI report. I would like to know, what were you thinking when you were kissing the 7-year-old?
I'm not exactly sure what I was thinking. I just know I was in a downward spiral with stress.
So were you doing it to relieve stress?
Possibly.
All right. And if you were doing that to relieve stress, did you do the same with your child and your stepchild?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
They're my boys.
Oh, okay. But these were two complainants that your wife testified to that you were helping.
Right.
All right. And then one of them said that you asked them if you could kiss their pinky when you were asking them that.
I don't think I was thinking, Your Honor.
And according to what I've read, and I always read the PSI report, and I always read the plea agreement and the stipulations, that this was going on for a period of time, right?
That's right.
So each time these children were invited to your home or asked to come to your home, were you getting excited at the prospect of touching them?
No.
So how did you formulate, okay, these two boys come over to your house. I'm assuming they want to play with your boys. They're spending the night or whatever they're doing. When did you make the decision that you were going to kissing them, I'm assuming in the mouth with your tongue? When did that formulate in your mind that you're going to do this? And what were your other children doing at the time, your stepson and your other son?
I'm not really sure how to answer that, Your Honor. All I know is I was not in my right mind, basically. I wasn't thinking
But how are you not thinking?
about the consequences of what.
But no, I'm like, how are you not thinking about these two children because they're not your biological children, but you're thinking about your biological children and your stepchild as these are my children, so I'm not going to touch them to put them through that trauma. I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from so I can make an informed decision on whether or not I should send you to prison.
I don't know how to answer that.
All right, because what I'm reading here, it says, while in his friend's home, the defendant would attempt to kiss him, but he would always walk away or move his head. On one occasion, the defendant grabbed his arm after he exited the bathroom and attempted to kiss him.
This right here is the heart of the moral horror. He differentiates between the kids he harmed and his own kids, as if biology is the only line he wouldn't cross. Let that chill your spine. This isn't just abuse, it's calculated, selective, and deeply disturbing.
On some occasions, the defendant was able to kiss him on the lips by grabbing his chin and holding the back of his neck. The defendant would also attempt to place the defendant's hand inside of his pants, but he was able to stop this by tightening his belt. The defendant only touched the side of his thigh outside of his underwear. The defendant also pinched him when he was wearing pajamas. And of course, it goes on and on about you rubbing his buttocks, grabbing his buttocks. He believes this because he said the defendant also attempted to kiss his buttocks. He believes this because the defendant would be on his knees in front of him and attempt to pull down his pants. So here's my question for you. I know you want deferred adjudication, but why should I give you deferred adjudication?
I believe I can do better.
Well, I mean, everybody over there in the box believes they can do better.
And I want to be able to give to the community I've taken, and I want to be able to give and to be able to serve and to just be a better member of society.
And what trauma do you think you've caused the complainants in this case? How do you think they're doing today?
I pray they're doing good, but I don't know.
All right.
I'm sure they have some issues.
Okay. Any questions, defense?
You said you want to do better. Can you tell the court you would proactively do anything that's asked of you on a community supervision should it be granted?
Absolutely.
Any counseling?
Any counseling, anything.
And would you seek the help of all the people that are here to support you today?
Absolutely.
And is anything like this ever going to happen again?
No.
That's all. And are you asking the court to grant your application for deferred community supervision?
Yes, I am asking for a deferred.
No further
All right.
questions.
State.
Mr. Chevalier, how long was your probation in your previous case?
5 years.
And who was the victim in that case?
It was a Boy Scout.
All right. Anything else?
There you go.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court's going to find you guilty, sentence you to 15 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money run concurrent. There's to be no contact with the complainants or the complainant's family. Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
15 years. That's the maximum under the plea deal, and the judge took it. But here's the kicker. This man had another Boy Scout case in the past. So you tell me, is 15 years justice, or just the cost of doing evil? Let's talk about it below.
Yes, sir.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. And the Chapter 62 registration is for. All right. Good luck to you. Thank you, Ms. Zarka.